is up, you beautiful people? I'm Emil for the win,
And MentionedRock here.
and this is your weekly respawn. Alright, guys, so first we want to talk about PUBG a little bit with their new snow map. MentionedRock over here, he is a big PUBG
I
player,
I
so
pretty much got the little insight, the little experience behind my belt playing PUBG for ever since it came out on the Xbox One.
yeah, so
Um,
you're the PUBG player, so you definitely know what's going on here.
so they have released, I think sometime in the beginning of this week. Actually, I think it was Tuesday, if I'm correct. PUBG released their new snow map, which has a classic feel for it, as they did for the first map, which I can never pronounce, even though I play PUBG. I can't pronounce the first map. But we all know that first big map, you freaking jump out of the plane and
Orango?
go to. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. But so I haven't been able to play the new snow map because they have not released it yet for the one. It's supposed to be coming up soon on the one. It's on PC though right now, and I guess from what they've been saying and what I've seen of gameplay, I've watched a little bit on some other channels. It really does give you that feel that you're kind of like when you first played PUBG, because it's a good lengthy map from what I've noticed, and it's not. See, I wish I would play this map, but I've only seen some gameplay of it. But it does give you that feel when you first go into it. In player knows battlegrounds. Yeah, so it's that the nice thing about PUBG in comparison to, I want to say, Fortnite and all these other battle royales, they may be going at a slow pace, and they're not the top dogs anymore, but they do continuously update their game and improve on their maps, at least compared to when they first started. I remember how bad it was, and I know all of you that have played PUBG know how bad it was. But they're at least coming up with new things. They're not like reusing parts of other maps that they have. Like, it's all just completely new. Like the snow map, what I've noticed, it has like some castle feel to it. At least that I've noticed. There's some parts in it. There's like bigger buildings you can search in comparison to the previous maps, and it's got a lot more. There's mountains, valleys, and a lot more stuff like that, instead of kind of just kind of bundled up together, I guess. Because I hate, like, I've tried Fortnite a couple times, and it's like, if they didn't have the building aspect, it would be a lot better, in my opinion. I mean, I know people can disagree with me, but I just feel the whole building aspect kind of ruins something like that. Like, yeah, it takes skill if you're gonna, build a tower and stuff, but I don't know what it is about Fortnite. It rubbed me off wrong from the very start. But go back to PUBG. I can't fucking pronounce it, but Bikindi, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure, guys. But what these people say in this article that we have, which we will share in the Discord, there will be a link in the link drops. Uh, right here, there's a part in here that says Vikindi is a large map, but in the person that wrote the article's experience, doesn't have boring, silent stretches like Miramar did. And I remember in Miramar, the desert map, there was a lot of times you had like literally no action for a while. Like, you would have to travel until you start hearing gunshots, and sometimes you didn't get anything. Either you got killed by the zone, or when you finally saw someone, you either didn't have any weapons that were good enough to kill someone at a distance, or you would just get one gunfight until you reached the very end. So there was a lot of like downtime for nothing, no kind of reward to get into a fight. But so, like it says here, uh, While there are large fields to cross and mountain edges to sneak along, you're never too far away from a small village, a large castle. So, see, like I said, there's castles in here, which is kind of cool, in my opinion. Or even a rundown amusement park. See, now that I didn't know they have an amusement park. That's pretty cool. So there's weapons and ammo, or more scarce than Sandhook. So that's pretty nice. Not everyone's gonna get a weapon right away, so they're kind of more scarce. No one's getting like an advantage right away if they land in a small town or something and they've got like all the top gear or something by the beginning. And that's the thing I like. They're making it more and more scarce than adding more stuff. Because when you have it more scarce, you have that more sense of a survival battle royale kind of game
Yeah,
in comparison to having
I mean, it's like the original
something.
battle royale too.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you more of that sense, like, okay, I have to fucking survive with this fucking pistol I grabbed or something, and it's all you got. And the guy coming at you is with a frying pan, which I have had happen to me multiple occasions. There was a guy I remember when I recently played not too long ago. There was a guy, he had nothing except the frying pan laying there, and he looked dead. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna loot his things that he has, but he didn't have a chest next to his dead body. So I was like, what the? And then he came up and smacked me with the frying pan, and I died. So it's like sometimes in that moment, being, I guess, looking like you're dead or something, laying there with just a frying pan is a pretty good strategy. At least what I've noticed. But going back on topic here, so meaning that players are funneled towards buildings quickly. So it's kind of making it a little bit more fast paced as well. So it's not like you're having so much downtime to travel. Most of their encounters in Vinkindi have been close quarters, which is interesting. I like the close quarter combat in PUBG is always nice because one, you don't have someone building a wall as soon as you shoot at them, and two, you kind of have that more intense sense of survival when you're playing it. But so there's been a lot more close quarters, and if once I play more of this, guys, I can give you guys more an in depth of what my thoughts are on it. But at least so far, what they say here, there's most buildings have multiple ways to travel with branching stairways and large storage rooms that make it hard to know where enemies might flank from. That's interesting. That kind of keeps you on your toes more. Sure, you'll still ambush players crossing snowfields and die to the occasional long distance Car 98K sniper shot. But Vikindi has done a good job of mixing up engagement distances. So that's pretty nice. So they kind of have a catering to long, short, and mid range battles instead of just one singular kind of range. So that's nice. But I would say for my overall thoughts, I've just liked how PUBG has just been kind of stepping up their game, even though they're not the top played, at least that I've been noticing anymore, battle royale game out there. But at least they're still keeping up a pace with their game.
Yeah, they've really died down, especially with Fortnite and Blackout. It's sad to see that the original game is dying.
Yeah, I mean, I still play it. I mean, it's a game that yeah, it's not its top, but I mean, I'd rather play PUBG over Fortnite or Blackout, in my opinion. Just because it gives you a little bit more instead of just you're not only being forced to do either first person or third person. You have the option to play first or third person.
Yeah.
I just like the overall variety that PUBG gives you. But those are my thoughts on PUBG. So I guess we can hop into what you're wanting to hop into next.
Um. So we got a little hint from Sean Layden that something is going to be announced at the new year. Storm the Bard tweeted out, have to say I was a little disappointed that we didn't get to see Sean Layden talk about anything for PlayStation, hoping we got good things on the horizon. I love PlayStation representing it on Watch Mixer as much as I do a Platinum runs and exclusives. So that's what he tweeted out, and then Sean Layden went on to his post. And mind you, this dude's he's not really big. He had 88 hearts on it. So he's not really a big Twitter guy, but Sean Layden went on to his post and responded, "See you in the new year." So it's a vague post, but it gets a lot of people thinking that there will be stuff that's going to be announced in the new year. I'm not a PlayStation player myself. I used to be a long time ago. But the PlayStation 5, if that gets announced, that is going to force Microsoft into announcing their next console. It's going to force Nintendo to start upping their next console. It kind of they start that race as soon as one of the companies announce that console, it starts the race. So whenever we find out what the next console that's dropping, like last week we read some leaks about the Xbox console.
Yeah,
So we right now nothing has been confirmed, but the second it's confirmed, expect the other ones to be confirmed almost within a week. And that's really cool to hear that the next generation is coming. And I'm really excited and looking forward to what they can be because the Xbox One is an amazing console. The Nintendo Switch, absolutely amazing. The PlayStation 4, great console. There's a lot of good consoles right now, and to see what they can do next,
yeah. To see what
it's
they could step up their game with would be,
it's gonna be crazy. I can guarantee it.
yeah.
And it's gonna be standard 4K also. I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing. Just,
I mean,
oh,
Xbox One, you can go between non 4K and 4K. PlayStation 4, you got the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. Pro has the 4K. I don't think Switch has 4K.
no, it doesn't.
I was gonna say I don't think it does. Uh,
No, it's at its just the normal resolution.
but here's the thing: the graphics are still absolutely beautiful on it.
Yeah,
So, and also they don't have. I know I'm going to upset some people, but they don't have. How to put this to not piss everybody off. They don't have the demand power required from the system to do the graphics.
yeah, and I mean, just to be fair, at least a lot of the games they don't need that kind of boost of the graphics either.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say is the games that they release for the Switch aren't that hard on the system like Xbox and PlayStation, where they do have to have that 4K resolution. Otherwise, they're not gonna have good graphics.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
yeah, it does make sense. Like let's just say, for example, playing a game like PUBG, like we were just talking about, for example, that game you need a lot of
Processing power.
processing power just
And the
to
Switch
have
doesn't
the
have
game
the
run.
processing power that the Xbox One and the PlayStation has.
Yeah, so it's like when you look at a tank and a truck.
That's
Kind of that metaphor.
quite a big gap.
Okay, quite a big gap like in
It's kind,
processing
in
power.
my eyes, it's more looking at a rifle versus a pistol.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Or a stick and a knife.
Yeah, it's there's a huge difference between the processing powers. Yeah, if you go back to like the Xbox I have, where it's the Xbox One, not the 4K edition, yeah, the processing power is a little bit closer to the Switch, but it's still higher than the Switch. Uh,
Yeah.
Nintendo's first ever, in my opinion, real console. I'm sorry, this is their first real console. Wii U, I don't count those. Those aren't real consoles. They had no processing power. They had no big name games really. So this being their first console, they did absolutely amazing, and they kept the graphics and they kept true to themselves.
Yeah, they're not really selling out entirely.
Yeah,
They're kind of more internally just
they stuck with
running
they stuck with almost 100% Nintendo games. Yeah, they have a couple new games, but that's they wanted to test their
a couple
system
new
out.
a couple new questionable games.
Yeah, let's
If you
not
guys
talk
can
about
refer back to a
Diablo, and
couple of our previous
let's
episodes
not talk
of
about
the
Diablo and all them.
podcast.
Um, but I believe that the reason they released those on the Switch was to see how it compares in processing power and everything inside it to the Xbox and to the PlayStation. It's they wanted to compare and see how much more they have to go for their next one.
Yeah,
But with the PlayStation 5, they're expecting a small reveal sometime next year, hopefully. And they're hoping the release date would be anywhere from 2019 to 2021. So it's really good. I mean, the leaks that we saw showed that Xbox One or the Xbox One was going to get a new Xbox One X with the diskless drive. So that's really cool. So 2019, you were probably just going to look at what they typically do because they typically make a console and they make multiple variations of the console every year or so.
yeah,
So we're probably looking at another variation next year, and then the year after we're looking at the new generation, in my opinion. But hey, I'm just one man.
yeah, yeah. We're just a pair of guys that talk on internet to you guys and let you guys know any information we find.
Yep, trying to get
and
the
give
information
our
out to the people.
viewpoints on it. but
So next up, we got a little talk about Rainbow Six Siege and their new stuff they just released.
All right, and I'll share that info, but in just a second, guys. I got here on the same link we were just talking about the PlayStation 5. If you guys are interested in finding out anything about holiday sale stuff, if you play on PlayStation, on the link, we're not going to go through the list. It's a very long list, but there is a lot of the list of what discounts they have available through the PlayStation Store for the holiday season right now. So if you guys want to find out what games are out on sale, there's a long list here for you guys to check out if you want to take a quick peek at it.
That's a very big list.
That is a very big list. So sorry, guys, we won't be reading that list because this video will be a little too long for that.
And a heads up, if you are looking at the list, this sale is only running through December 18th, so that will be 3 days from when this video is up.
Yes. So 3 days from now
So that would
is when
be Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
I want to say it is
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. December 18th is a Tuesday. So that is the last day for this sale. And there's actually a lot of really good games at really good prices on this. So if you
Yeah,
guys have
so
a
they have
PlayStation,
pretty
make
good
sure to
bargain.
check them out.
But anyways, going into Rainbow Six Siege, we have here a list of the stuff you get with this year's year 4 pass that you get with Rainbow Six Siege every year. I guess they put out a pass. I
Uh,
play it, guys, but not a whole lot, and I know a little bit of knowledge about it, but not too much. I may have a friend of mine sometime, maybe eventually, come on with us. If you guys want to hear more about Rainbow Six Siege or any tips or tricks or whatever, we can always do a special video about maybe tips and tricks for games that we currently play ourselves. If you guys are interested in a topic about that kind of stuff down the line in the future, so let us know in the comments. But going into year 4 pass for Rainbow Six Siege, they have here a breakdown of exactly what you'll get. So you get 8 new operators over 2019 with 7-day early access.
that's cool.
Uh, 5% boost to rate your earn renown, which is the currency used to get characters and I think skins and attachments, but I think since of late they've given everyone the access to attachments where you don't have to unlock it anymore with renown. So that's nice. So you just use your renown towards characters. And then 0.3% boost to the chance of earning an alpha pack, which those are very helpful on unlocking, I think, costumes and some of the stuff that helps with boosting your renown earning.
Hmm.
Then 10% discount to the in-game store, which is always nice. So it gives you 10% off the renown you spend on any of the items that you use renown for. And then you get 600 R6 credits plus 600 more if you own the year 3 pass. So that's for the stuff that is a lot that costs like double the amount with renown, but you can pay with your. Now this
So
is
that's
their
really cool.
in-game
So if
currency
you've
that you
been
buy.
buying the year passes, and then that means you're getting an extra bonus too.
Yeah,
So I
so
really
they've been
like how
doing
they're
that.
doing that.
I like that too. They've done that since their first year pass. So
That's really
every new
smart.
year pass, they give you some
Something extra.
incentive. Is that what it's called? Incentive.
Incentive.
Incentive. I don't know what my brain was thinking for a second there, but a little extra incentive on getting their year passed each year.
All right.
So that's always nice. And then you get 8 uniforms and headgear. Uh, Lava 6 charm. I don't know what that is. Sorry, guys. And a volcano weapon
So it
skin.
sounds to me like the charm and the skin. It's gonna be like they're probably gonna do a theme for year 4, and it's probably gonna go along
Yeah,
with those
there's
themes.
there's always a theme each year for
I mean, you could see the
Rainbow
charm
Six.
if you click on the site. You could see the charm and you could see the skin. They look pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what year 4 is dropped. I've never played Rainbow Six Siege. I've been wanting to get into it, so it might be something for me to look forward to.
Yeah, it's a fun game. And when you squad up with friends, it's a lot better than playing with randoms. Which there's nothing wrong with playing people that are random as well. But when you guys want to have a better experience, I guess it's always nice to have friends to play with. But it's always nice to meet new people also in public games
Yeah.
and try to just make friends with others and try to squad up and get a good game in. And if you guys, from my experience, it's always good when you're playing just a regular uh, game mode, not the what's it called, the ranked. When you're not playing ranked, it's always good to make friends on the normal and
I
then go
mean,
into
you could
rank
always
with
team
friends.
up and then rank up, rank with a bunch
Yeah,
of
because when you
friends.
do rank with friends, it's a lot easier, and you're not worrying about losing your rank. So it's always good, guys, to play with people and try to make friends, and then do rank together because it seems to be a lot easier.
Yep. All right, guys. So the last thing I want to talk about before we get into our major discussion, we have a buddy of ours who's going to be joining us for the discussion. But last thing I want to talk about is YouTube Rewind 2018 is now the YouTube's most disliked video ever. I have a list of the top 20 most disliked YouTube videos.
Oh boy.
So number one, obviously, YouTube Rewind 2018. It has 11 million dislikes right now. That's nuts. I mean, if you compare it to number two, Baby by Justin Bieber at 9.89 million, that's almost two. That's 1.5 million almost higher in dislikes. Not likes, dislikes. So that means everyone who goes on YouTube pretty much went on, saw that, said, fuck you.
Yeah, and I don't remember the name of the person, and I won't reference names unless it's something we really need to cover, but I do remember seeing a video being talked about. There was someone that said they didn't want the dislike button just because they think, if I'm correct, I'm not going to go out of context saying things that I think they said entirely, but they were saying that people just clicked the dislike for the 2018 rewind just to make it past the baby song from Justin Bieber on YouTube. But that's not the fact. It's the fact I'm not gonna get too into it, but they pretty much made
I'm
2018's
sorry, I watched
rewind
the first 5 seconds of that thing and I clicked dislike.
advertisement friendly. That's all they made it for, is advertisement friendly. The diversity part, loved it, but everything else was just advertisement friendly. It was just away from the creators and just made it more ad friendly. basically.
So,
And I mean, I get their move on it, but we'll just leave that there.
I mean, compared to the rest of this list, the dislikes is absolutely ridiculous. Number 3, we have It's Everyday Bro by Jake Paul. Everyone knows Jake Paul. He is a huge person in YouTube that everyone dislikes. He only has 4 million dislikes on his video versus the 11 million. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And then we look down at Call of Duty Infinite Warfare release reveal trailer. Everyone hated on this thing, but it only has 3.78 million dislikes.
Yep. I mean, like, what's the number again on Rewind?
11 million. And that was at the time of this post. That's not even right now.
Yeah,
And this post was
gotta be
yesterday.
more. Man, that says a lot.
And then we have Despacito coming in at number 6 at 3.69 million. We got Friday by Rebecca Black at 3.38 million. How It Is, Wop Bop, I don't know what the hell that is, by Bibis Beauty Palace at 2.91 million. Oh, what the fuck? Cortando o Botawo? Do? I don't fucking know. Arwan Felix at 2.52 million? I have no idea what the hell that is. Um, Number 10, Masha and the Bear, Recipe for Disaster. Number 11, So Sorry by Logan Paul, another Logan Paul.
Obviously.
Or Logan and Jake Paul. They're always being something going wrong.
They always have something going on with them.
Gangnam Style by PSY or Psy, however you want to call him. He has 2.12 million dislikes. He ranks at number 12. That's crazy because he has one of the highest liked videos in history.
Yeah,
I think
for
it
him
is.
to have his
No, he has the most views. He has the record for the most views. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So to have that many dislikes, that's absolutely crazy. I want to know what his likes are. I'm gonna have to check that out later. You got Sweatshirt by Jacob Sartorius at 2.08 million. YouTube Rewind of 2017 only had 2 million dislikes. In 1 year, they went up 9 million dislikes.
That's insane, guys. Like and it's sad because like when I watched 2018 Rewind, it made me go back to like previous rewinds like years ago when it barely started. And a lot of the chat or the comments, a lot of people were saying, "How many of you came back from 2018 to come here?" That's all the comments were for a good portion of it on the launch of that 2018 Rewind.
Oh my god.
All I saw was people saying, "Who's here from 2018?" Same thing with 2017's Rewind. I saw those ones too. Who's here from 2017?
So
I've never seen anything previous from 2017.
number
Anything.
15 and number 17 are huge memes, by the way. Johnny, Yes Papa by the Lulu Kids has 1.81 million likes. It's number 15. That's a big meme. That's
I think that's the biggest meme.
no, the number 17 is a bigger meme in my opinion.
Oh, yep.
But number 16 is the Pokemon Go song. I've never heard it. So I'm kind of interested in that. 1.73 million dislikes. We got the Baby Shark dance. The Baby Shark do 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 do.
Please don't.
That thing,
Okay,
number
They
17.
had that in 2018 Rewind, by the way.
That was because it came out this year at
I know.
1.69 million dislikes. That's
Oh,
crazy. And then we got Anaconda by Nicki Minaj, number 18, 1.53 million dislikes. I don't doubt it. Honestly, I
yeah.
didn't like the video at all. In my opinion, she stole a lot from a well-known musician that I am not going to get into because there was a huge thing about it.
Yep.
Number 19, Wrecking Ball with Miley Cyrus, 1.5 million dislikes. And then number 20, how many dislikes can this video get by Rice Gum at 1.43 million? He asked for the dislikes.
Like, he blatantly went out there and said, just dislike this. I want to see how many we get, basically. And it's amazing how you look at that. Like,
and he is still 10 million less than the 2018 Rewind. That's just crazy to see. The only one that was close was Justin Bieber's Baby by almost 1.5 million. It's like
Yeah.
1.11 million difference.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
And then you jump down to It's Everyday Bro, which is at 4.05. That's that's a
Yeah,
fucking
that's a
$5 million, or that's a
big.
5 million drop right there.
That's a big gap in
Like,
dislikes.
and then you go all the way down to like Anaconda or Wrecking Ball, where they're at 1.5 million. So that's 10 million dislikes more. It's crazy to see that. So it shows me that the YouTube community comes out when it comes to disliking something YouTube created.
Yep, when it comes to something that it doesn't seem right, and yep, this community of everybody that watches stuff. I mean, there could be a portion, yeah, they were trolling, but a major majority, people just were not happy with how they did the rewind
Like I
again
said,
for
I
90 days
got
ago.
3 ads. I watched for 5 seconds, got another ad. I said, fuck this, I'm out. Dislike the
And
video.
see, the thing about YouTube, they made it number one on trending as well, on purpose.
Yeah, they made it number one in trending because it's the number one most disliked video ever.
Exactly. They were like, "Yep, we kind of fumbled the ball on this one, and yep,
Oh, they did more than fumble.
oh yeah, they
They
just
fucking
dropped the
dropped the
ball,
ball in the end zone,
tripped
let the
over it."
team pick it up, fucking touchdown left and right, 20.
Nah, they handed the ball over and said, "It's okay, go to the touchdown, it's fine."
Oh my god, pretty much.
But I the only thing I will say that was interesting is that I do like that they let animators that make animations be in the rewind. Finally gave them a light.
Here's the thing, those
But I
animators
wish
get a
they gave
lot of
them.
light now as is. YouTube is
Yeah,
actually highlighting a lot of the animators, and I'm really glad that they're doing that because these people are small time, but they have such amazing work.
yeah.
So
And
I'm
I'm
really
glad they
glad
gave
with what
them.
they're doing.
I wish they gave them a lot more light
Oh, they
before.
are. I went
I
onto my
mean, like
YouTube
before, yeah.
yesterday and I saw a lot of animators that I've never seen before.
But going back to animators, one of the animators. Now, this is me throwing the number one creator on this platform. Someone actually referenced PewDiePie in their animation
Oh my
for the
god.
rewind. His chair, his 3.99 chair. We all know about that.
Oh my
That he's made
god.
a meme now. It's been a meme.
I'm
Uh,
sorry. PewDiePie is just known as a meme lord. That's all he is.
I think that's the only reason
From
why I
now and
enjoy his
forever.
content. It's the only reason why I enjoy his content is because he's a meme lord.
Dude, I've never watched a single video of PewDiePie, but I know all of his fucking shit. That's sad.
But
At
I
that
will
point,
give that
that tells you how well known that man is. If
exactly.
I've never watched a video and I
The
know a bunch
dude
of the
is a
shit he puts out,
powerhouse beast on this
he's a
platform.
meme lord.
Like he might as well have been stamped the face of YouTube just
Oh, pretty
because of him,
much.
you know, who he is and how big he is on the platform.
I mean, isn't
But
he the biggest person on YouTube?
he is the most subscribed channel. That's why he's in a battle with T Series still right
I was
now
gonna say,
at the
didn't he
top.
just start a second channel too to see how many subscribers he could get, as how quickly he could gain subscribers?
No, I don't
I heard
believe so.
rumors
No.
of that.
I don't believe so. That's not something I know of, at least.
All right.
But anyways, yeah,
So,
he's
so that's kind of what happened with the 2018 rewind. Um, Here's something that was disliked almost as much, if not more, than the 2018 rewind. This is our big discussion for the day. This is why we brought our friend in, BDC. I can't remember your last name because you don't have it in Discord.
you know what?
Uh,
We're just gonna we're
just
just
go BDC. BDC
we'll
works.
go
I mean,
BDC for him.
Isn't it BDC Prot?
yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it is.
So our friend BDC Pro or Bandicoot 1995, he is in our Discord as well. He's a good friend of ours. He's been friends for a long time. We've brought him in to talk about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie live action. What in the
Oh
absolute
god.
fuck?
Now we know all of you that come
Oh
to our stuff
no.
are probably thinking, "Why? Why are you talking about this?" One answer to that is we had a now we weren't even talking like we are now to each other. We were texting each other and we were expressing how much we were wondering why they would make an approach of another movie and make it live action Sonic the Hedgehog. Makes no sense. No sense of making a movie. And we're gonna have a pretty good discussion about this, guys, and a little bit of references to these articles we have. So, if you wanna start us up on this, or if you have anything you wanna chime in, go
Okay,
ahead.
so Brandon, have you seen this poster
Yo.
yet?
I have. I've seen both of them.
Oh my god, the one that looks like it was taken from his crotch?
Yep. Yeah, that's
With
you
his
know,
very human like legs, by the way.
he,
Which
I mean, yeah, they're like a scrawny humanoid like muscular legs. It's like, okay, I'm sorry, but you just don't try to make Sonic the Hedgehog look humanoid after so many years of him looking the way he is. The way he looks is so iconic. It's you're just messing with it, and it's just I don't
It's
know how to actually.
why would they do this to a beloved icon, honestly? He's a beloved
yeah,
icon in the gaming industry. 100%.
He really is. I mean,
He's up there with Mario and Pac-Man. He's up there, man. He's been around for so long and so many people have played and loved his games. Not going to talk about a couple of his games cuz I absolutely hated them. They were terrible. I don't know why they did it. I'm talking about the one where Sonic freaking transforms in night. That was terrible. Um, but he's a beloved icon and they're just killing him. It's like going back to the live action remake of Super Mario Brothers. That was terrible.
that was kind of like they went in a room that had nothing but valuable stuff and poured gasoline and threw a match. That's that's it was pretty bad. And if you
Like,
guys haven't seen it,
oh,
I
so
would say
terrible.
don't. But if you guys want to know what we feel and see for yourselves, go ahead and look it up.
I mean, just thinking about the Mario live action makes me want to cry.
Now, see,
That did
okay,
so much injustice to that game series.
I
That
may
was it
guys
was so
find for
terrible.
you. There's a video series on YouTube that was made that has to do with the whole, and it's a live action, and it was made by creators on YouTube. A live action depicting a way better version and a lot more just reference to the games and stuff, and a lot. It had a lot more of a better feel for it, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
they made it into a kind of a movie thing. I will link it in the Discord just so you guys can check it out. I enjoy it. It actually goes with a more in-depth kind of story for what could be a good movie if they used that as a reference.
Here's the thing
And
with the live action movie, yes, you can do a live action movie, but in the past, the most success has come from the live action, but you still use the animation in the movie. So you don't change the character whatsoever. You leave the character as is, you just plug it in the movie.
yeah, and it works.
Oh
Those
yeah.
ones actually work a lot better
They're
because
beautiful
they're not
movies.
changing
They're
stuff.
actually really good most of the time they're really good. But you're changing the character completely. He looks nothing like he normally does.
Yeah, and they're also going with the feel of wanting to make him look fuzzy, like hairy.
They want to make him look realistic and human like, they put.
Yeah,
What in the fuck? He's
and I've
not a human.
seen, I know exactly, and then I've seen they're
Yeah, he's
trying to
not.
reference the new Pikachu movie and all that. they're trying to reference saying like, well, they made Pikachu look a lot more realistic. Well, they kept him looking pretty much how he does, just made him a little furry, a little
Here's the
more.
thing. It goes back to Nintendo's processing power. Nintendo doesn't have the processing power to give the creations what they're supposed to look like. Because if
Exactly.
you were to take Pikachu, throw him in 4K, he'd probably look just like he does in Detective Pikachu. In all honesty,
Exactly.
they
Oh,
kept that
yes,
movie.
indeed.
They kept that movie going almost precisely with how the characters would look if we were to see them in today's just outside.
Exactly. And then with a character
Oh
like
yeah.
Sonic, it's different. You can't just completely change him. Like he doesn't have muscular legs.
Yeah,
He wears gloves.
No.
He he's not furry. Like come
he's
on.
a hedgehog. First off,
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's like hedgehogs aren't even furry.
they have spikes.
They got spikes.
Yeah.
If they wanted to make him look more realistic, I'm not saying go for it, but I'm saying if they wanted to, don't make him furry. Make him a little spiky if that was the case then.
Honest to God,
If they were going that route.
honest to God, there is no way to make Sonic the Hedgehog look realistic without absolutely fucking him up.
Yeah, it's like you're taking the
Absolutely.
original character and you're just
So at that
almost.
point, why even try?
But see, now that's what the discussion you and I had.
Yeah, we had a very long discussion, guys. I
We
think
had a
this
very
discussion
long
went on
text
for over an
message-based
hour.
discussion that lasted for like almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
We'll
Um,
save you guys that time unless you want us to go back and do it again.
Oh yeah,
But
no, we could
one
definitely do a
discussion-
whole week or whole fucking podcast with just
we can
this.
literally devote one podcast if you guys want. If you guys want those kind of podcasts where we're just talking about one thing, where we get into a big debate on it, and we just talk about it.
I mean, if you
let
guys
us know in
want,
the comments.
we could do Sonic the Hedgehog live action and then the Spyro movie that has been released. We're not going to talk about that today, or has been announced, not released. Oh dear God, if it's been released. I've actually heard a lot of good things about Spyro. That's all I'm going to say at this moment. But here is the thing. A question to both of you. Mateo, I know you know who it is, but I want to see if you remember. Who did they cast as Dr. Robotnik, also known as Dr. Eggman?
Oh, I know who you're
Oh,
talking about.
God, I
That
know
is,
this.
I don't think that's a good decision at all. The
Oh,
character does not fit the actor.
They
It really
chose
doesn't.
Jim
They
Carrey.
I love the man's old work.
I love his work. Period. Jim Carrey is a really good
He's
actor.
a really good actor. Like I love
He
everything he's done.
is not
But
suited to
this
be
would
Dr.
really,
Eggman.
in my opinion, ruin his career if he does it. Well, he's already doing it. What am I talking about? He's already doing. He's
Oh,
casted.
Oh,
It's gonna
that's the
ruin
best
his
part
career.
about this movie. It was recorded back in 2014, by the way. This movie was recorded in 2014. The original company that had recorded it scrapped the whole project but kept the film.
Now, see, if they just scrapped it and never touched again, that would be fine.
Yeah, no, a different company decided to spend almost $100 million to buy the film and change a couple of the actors.
Which, in my opinion,
Did you know
is
that,
just my
Brandon?
opinion.
I did not know that.
Thank you.
That is actually interesting.
2014. That tells me that the original creation of the movie was sponsored or not was sponsored. It was proudly known by the executives who made Sonic, Yuji Naka, that he was like, "No, let's not release this movie." He is one of the most upset people that it was bought and it is being released.
Exactly. And I feel now this is me going out to everybody that's a Sonic fan. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. I've played the Sonic games, but I'm not the biggest fan. But I feel bad for the fans that they think it will be a good movie. Like, I mean, I don't know. It could be a good movie. I don't know, but that's going on a long stretch there, guys. But I feel bad for the people that are
Oh,
fans
you're
of Sonic.
doing more than a long stretch.
because
You're stretching that bitch so thin it's about to snap.
Oh, man.
I don't
But
know how much more you can stretch that.
I mean, if you go to
sad that-
IMDb, the description of the movie, a cop in a rural town of Green Hills will help Sonic escape from the government. From the government who is looking to capture him. I'm sorry. You're stretching that movie so fucking thin, it is about to snap. They spent over $100 million. I will be surprised if they make half of that back in box office.
Yeah,
Oh, it's,
I have
I mean-
no hopes for this movie at all.
And
Like-
I'm really sad, man. It's
If only they didn't change Sonic, it could have been a good movie if they didn't change Sonic and do what they're approaching this movie to be.
yeah.
I mean,
And-
honestly, they shouldn't even make a movie.
I mean, Sega's trying to kill the whole movie. There's rumors of Sega trying to sue. I believe. I don't remember who. One second. Okay. Who's making Sonic?
Wasn't it Paramount?
Was it Paramount?
I want to say it was Paramount. But I'm not sure. Yep, Paramount Picture. Earlier this week, Paramount Picture revealed the
Okay.
first poster.
So there's rumors that Sega is trying to sue Paramount Pictures into getting rid of all ties with Sega. And here's the thing. Sega owns all rights to Sonic.
Oh, and yeah, the reason why they're also showing is because they're saying that Sega is fully promoting the movie.
Sega is not promoting the movie whatsoever. They are denying the movie. They want the movie dead.
What Paramount's saying, and this is the whole reason that I've heard that the lawsuit is going forward, besides what you just said, is because Paramount is saying that Sega is fully behind this movie.
That's in all terms right there. That's enough for a lawsuit. Like, no, we're not touching this. Fuck you.
Paramount's just like, Sega wants us to make this movie. Sega likes this movie. They want this movie to go out. You know, they're saying that Sega's all about it. When
I
they're
mean,
not.
on top of that, they're doing all that. But on top of that, they're saying they're going to bring in $90 million the very first week it is out.
Now, again, this is the only reason that they estimate that is the fans and the children that like Sonic.
I'm
They
sorry.
don't know any better.
Here's the thing: to get
That's the
that,
sad part.
to get the $90 million, like Deadpool, like Jurassic Park, like Star Wars, to get that kind of money, you got to have hardcore fans coming back watching the movie 3, 4, 5 times. Sonic, people are going to walk out halfway through and demand their money back if they even make it halfway through. That's ridiculous.
The movies overall, just what you said, a cop helping Sonic out away from the government and stuff, that has nothing to do with Sonic.
Yeah.
At all.
Sonic doesn't run from the government. He's the hero that is trying to stop Eggman from destroying everything.
If it's a cop, right? You said
Yeah.
it would make more sense if you were to make a movie. Sonic's helping a cop stop Eggman from doing something. A lot more believable of a movie if you were to go that route.
Than Sonic being hunted by the government.
Yeah. Then where does Eggman lie? Is he the government then?
He's probably like one of the head dudes in the government. What do you think, Brandon?
You see, it's crazy.
I mean, okay. To be honest here, this whole thing just on the basis of the description for the movie alone is ridiculous. I mean, the only time that Sonic came anything close to being chased by the in quotes government, I'll use is because that's the word they're using, quote unquote government, is Sonic X when he was just running away from people who were just trying to capture him because they were intrigued by him.
God.
So that was like,
That's one of the ones I tried to forget. Thank you for bringing that back.
well, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. But with all retrospective here, that's like the only time you'd ever find something form of relevance to that. Other than that, Sonic the Hedgehog
Is the hero. He's the hero in almost every story.
Exactly. He's the hero in every story. The only person who ever tries to capture him is Robotnik.
Also known
And
as
it,
Dr. Eggman for people who don't know.
yeah,
But
yeah. But
here's the thing.
oh,
Robotnik is the villain. He's trying to destroy the world. He's trying to collect the Master Gem. Where the fuck is the Master Gem gonna come in? I just thought about that. Because the whole thing is about Eggman trying to get the Master Gems and Sonic stopping him.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
It makes
like,
no sense at all, this movie.
So here's the thing. I want to go back a little bit where I said a company spent some money, recorded the movie, and then tried to scrap it. Sony Pictures spent a total of $7 million on the movie and then tried to kill it. Paramount Pictures turned around, bought the rights, and dropped $83 million into it.
Wow.
What the fuck? I mean, I want to go back a little bit to the acting too. If you wanted to hire Jim Carrey, because we all agreed that Jim Carrey is not good for Dr. Ivo Robotnik, also known as Eggman, I would have cast him maybe as Sonic, because he's definitely not Eggman.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic would be a stretch, but at
It's
the same
still
time,
closer than fucking Eggman.
it would be a lot closer than Eggman.
I mean, they have Ben
I mean,
Schwartz cast as Sonic.
Ben Schwartz. That's an interesting choice.
Yes. And that's what a lot of people brought up as well. I'm telling you right now, the links that we have found about this, people are blowing it the fuck up. They do not like this decision whatsoever.
Yeah.
They have added fur to him. They have changed his running shoes, which, yeah, it's running shoes. You can't. So
Yeah,
what if
I
he
mean,
changes them?
that's
They gave him two separate eyes. He normally has one big eyes with two pupils.
Yeah, that's a thing with Sonic. He has, like, it's practically one eye with two pupils.
Yeah, there's just like there's like one bump in between the pupils, and that's it. Like, but you can see that the whole eyeball's still connected. It's like.
They are claiming they wanted to take what they did with Ted and turn it into Sonic. No.
That's and again, those are two different just playing fields, basically, just completely different.
Here's the thing. You look at Ted, guess what? Ted looked like a fucking teddy bear.
Yeah, they didn't change him. Teddy bear.
Absolutely. I mean, for God's sakes.
Oh my god.
They never changed him.
So the
They
first
kept him as
poster,
Teddy bear.
the first poster they released was absolutely terrible. It was a silhouette of Sonic. You could see his hair, which is furry. You could see human-like legs and human-like arms, and him in a crouch position. I've never seen him in that position except for
Except
for in the game that I do not want to talk about. Not X, the other one. That's the only time I've seen him crouch like that, in all honesty. And that game, like I said, was not the best. So, people blew up that poster. So the very next day, in all response, Paramount Pictures pretty much said, hold my fucking beer. They turned around, they released a poster of furry blue-ass legs and a picture from his crotch looking out at San Francisco. There's nowhere else the fucking picture could have been taken from.
And you see, the problem with that is now how they made it look, they're almost looking like they're going with this to be their advertisement picture.
Oh yeah, no, the one from his crotch is the one they are advertising in movie theaters. I went to my movie theater, and that was in my movie theater.
Now, that's a horrible decision, especially with what they're going with, making it more realistic.
The other one would have been better. Honestly,
That would have been a way better.
I would.
Like, hey,
I still would
Sonic
be very
Shoes
upset about the
too.
movie, but that poster would have been
It would
better.
be a lot more appealing to look at that poster than pretty much
Because
a
I
crop
mean, you
shot
look at
going out
this. You
towards
look at this
the ring.
poster. You could tell it's in between his two legs. Like it's in between his two
Like,
legs.
I'm just saying, what are they trying to say? He's using a certain anatomy of his body to be
Camera.
the camera's freaking bipod to hold it. Is that what they're trying to say? Are they now? I know there is a slice of the community that likes Sonic that are into weird things with Sonic.
Okay,
Is
they're
that what
not
they're
into
trying
that
to?
kind of furry shit. I'm
Are
sorry.
they trying to do something to piss people off? Is my opinion.
This is like just straight Rule 34 shit.
Exactly, and it's for those of you that don't know, just say you're lucky.
Mm,
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Lucky's
So,
a good term.
so the shoe change. I didn't even notice this. Yeah, it's a shoe change, but one of the most iconic things about Sonic shoes was the white stripe on the red shoe. They got rid of the white stripe completely.
Yeah,
Wait, really?
Yes,
if you look at the shoes, there's no white stripe.
the white stripe is gone completely. That is one of the
Okay,
things from Sonic.
okay, I am gonna look at this right now because okay, the thing I didn't pay attention to the shoes because his legs and
Oh yeah, no,
knees
the
and feet
leg.
is what
You don't
threw me
see
off.
the shoes. You see those fucking legs.
You just see
Exactly.
those.
That looks like a
those
man
legs.
who needs a fucking shave. It looks like he hasn't shaved since he was born. Okay. I mean, his
I
legs.
don't know.
His
I
legs
don't
are
know if you
hairy.
guys saw,
Uh-huh.
but the first article I sent you, there's people that drew what they think their movie version's gonna look like, and I'm just gonna say, it's a sad one. The second picture it shows the new Sonic movie version and the old Sonic looking up at him, sad.
Oh yeah,
That's sad.
I would cry.
That's sad to think. Like someone has that feeling when they look at this new one and then they look at the old one, and you see the older Sonic just sad looking up at this abomination of Sonic.
Why? Why do
It's
this?
sad. It's sad because you can see that people think that if someone drew that, they think that they're sad at that thought, and that's what they're doing to their fans. Well, these Paramount's doing to the fans of Sonic.
I'm beyond sad. I want to cry. It's so
disappointing.
terrible.
It's so disappointing and sad. I swear, I think I might just, go cry myself to sleep right now.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so I want to bring something up real quick. So remember how I said animations, how they did a lot better in the box office?
mhm.
Okay, so animated movies based on video games, because this is just a list based on video games. I'm not going to get into all of them. But Pokemon, the first movie, the very first ever movie, the movie that made everyone fall in love with Pokemon movies. Everyone cried when Pikachu cried for Ash. It was a sad moment. Everyone connected. It was released.
That was the best emotional moment of an animated movie I've
Absolutely,
seen.
I cried.
Do you know when it was released?
I think
Don't know.
that
Take
was
a random guess at the year.
1999.
1998. The movie
Yeah.
was released in 1998, and it pulled in, mind you, $163 million, 644,662, and it is rated 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. But if you love Pokemon, it's one of the best movies. I don't get Rotten Tomatoes. I have no idea who is on it. Because here's the thing, their rating system is whack. It's fucking crazy. But
I've never trusted it.
so here's the thing. Every single one of their movies, even Pokemon the movie I Choose You, which was arguably the worst Pokemon movie ever released, that did over $2 million in the box office. That's still really good, in all honesty. Because it was an animated movie, so they honestly didn't put that much. They didn't put that much money into it, so they still pulled a profit. But every single
Yeah.
that's the lowest movie they made. By the way, The second lowest is 6 million. 6.5 million. And that's Kingsglaive. That's not even a well-known movie. Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15.
That was a really good movie.
It was a really good movie, but that's not a well-known movie like Pokemon would be, or
Yeah, very true.
or Ratchet and Clank, which it was very well advertised, and it was a great movie as well. That did 12 million in the box office.
They did great. They did really great with that movie, with the fact that they
Ratchet and Clank did a lot of justice to the video game. That is all I'm going to say about that.
It really did. It really did.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Angry Birds, I don't know how they made a movie, but it was actually really good.
It was fair.
It did the best in the box office at 352 million.
Wow, I didn't even expect that much. All right then, cool.
352 million.
That's saying something there. They did well. I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I did watch it a couple times. I did enjoy it. It wasn't a bad movie.
So, here's the thing. Those are the good ones. Those are the animated films.
Now let's go for the live action.
The live action movies. I'm letting you know now. There is a couple that did really good, and they are some of Mateo's favorite video games. Resident Evil series. They did absolutely amazing in the box office.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
And I personally have seen, except the first two movies, I've seen all the ones after that in theaters.
Yep. Another one that did really good, which I was shocked to even hear it was made, and I found out after it was already out, Rampage. Absolutely great movie. I loved it.
I have not gone to see that yet, but I've been wanting to.
I have not either. I actually plan on.
You guys need to rent it. It was a really, really, really good movie. I enjoyed it. It did a bunch of justice to the games. They kind of closed it off so they couldn't bring in more of the monsters, but it was an amazing movie. All in 100%.
Going to my Xbox store now.
There you go. We just advertised for you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Another one that did really good was Warcraft at 433 million.
I did not see that.
Yes. Okay.
I saw it. It was good.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get to see it in theaters. I got it as a Christmas gift.
Oh, I got to see it in theaters.
No, not last year, but the year before that. And my sister loves World of Warcraft. She played World of Warcraft, and I sat down and watched it, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, bro.
And
I went with a bunch of my clan members from World of Warcraft, sat down and watched it in theaters. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, I mean, I bet it was in theaters. I wish I would have seen it in theaters, but it was funny because I quite enjoyed it, but I didn't know much World of Warcraft, and my sister was hesitant. I was like, well, here, I have it on DVD. Just watch it. If you don't like it, you can just hand it back to me. Next thing I know, she's calling me. She's like, dude, they did a lot of great stuff in this movie. It came out freaking pretty great. Like, I can name quite a few of these areas that they show off in the movie.
Oh, yeah. No, you could definitely tell. If you've played the game, you could definitely tell where they put it at. And it was amazing. I love that they were able, because it was live action, so they were able to take the video game and actually reproduce it. That is amazing.
Yeah, when they make movies and things that can be a lot more realistic, it works. It works for remaking. So, like on the list here, it says Monster Hunter World. That they can do. That can be a good movie.
Not Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter.
Oh, Monster Hunter. Sorry.
It's being made, but it hasn't been announced when it'll be released. Exactly. So, Mateo, I want you to close the list out real quick, or tab the computer. Okay, let me know.
Oh, what do you mean? Just open a new page?
No, just close or minimize it so you can't see it.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, so I have a little game for you guys.
Oh, no.
I want you to tell me if this was an actual movie or if it's just a video game. Okay? You guys ready?
You're going to give us a name. And we gotta say it's either a movie or a video game.
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
You ready, Brandon?
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready.
Far Cry.
Well, it's a game.
Was it
Yeah.
made into a movie?
I want
don't
to say
know.
no.
Are you both saying no?
I will
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna lie on the yes. I think yes.
Yes. It was a movie.
Wow.
It was released October 2nd, 2008. They made a movie about Far
Are
Cry.
you serious?
October 2nd, 2008. It pulled in $743,000. That's it. And they put in over 2 million.
Wow. That's a big loss there.
Huge loss. Huge loss.
I can see why. Oh man,
Banjo-Kazooie.
that's a game.
Yeah,
But
that's
if it was a
definitely
movie, no. No. I'm going with no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no as well because I don't remember ever hearing about a
Please
movie.
don't tell me they made a movie.
You guys are correct. It was not made
Okay.
into a movie.
Oh,
Oh
thank
god,
God.
please no.
Oh, okay.
I would have
See-
been sad. I just started a series on it. And I wouldn't be able to look at it the same again.
Here's the thing. You want to know why I brought that one up?
Why?
Because Banjo-Kazooie to MentionedRock is the same as Sonic is to me. Sonic is one of the games I grew up on. So it has a lot of thing. So imagine if they were to make a Banjo-Kazooie movie.
Oh no, I'd be so disappointed.
There you go.
I would be devastated and rioting. No, I'm just kidding.
Tekken.
Oh, it's a game, but please don't tell me it's a movie. I'm
No,
saying no, but please
okay.
don't tell me they made a movie.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say yes because it is a game, and I'm going to say because I want to say I did hear about it. Yes, they did make a movie.
Oh no.
July 29th, 2010. $967,000.
How much did they put in?
$5 million.
Oh.
They
God,
lost. They made a fifth of what they spent back.
That's gotta burn.
Wow.
Here's a little bonus. Guess what its Rotten Tomatoes is at?
30?
Brandon?
You know what? With Rotten Tomatoes system, considering the fact that I want to say it was poorly made, and I don't have much faith in Rotten Tomato giving it a bad score, I'm gonna say it gives it a 90%.
Here's the thing. It is one of the lowest movies ever put on Rotten Tomatoes. 0.
Oh man! I gave them too much credit.
0.
Oh whoa!
I gotta give Rotten Tomatoes some credit then.
Terrible. Okay, so have you guys ever heard of the game Postal?
No.
Yeah.
Was it made into a movie?
I don't know the game, but I will say no.
I'm gonna say no too on this one.
July 21st, 2007.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
147,000.
How much did they put?
They didn't even get that back, I'm pretty sure.
They didn't even release how much they put into it.
Oh, you know they put too much. If they didn't. If they don't put that, you know they spent too much money and they regret it.
Wow.
That's sad.
That's
Oh, man, that's sad.
that is absolutely terrible, man. Why? Why? That's
Oh god.
okay. So, I'm going to do 2 more.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to do, let's say, God of War. Since it's a newer
No.
movie. or a newer game. Sorry.
It's a game, but they didn't make a movie of it.
I feel like you're freaking fucking with me right now. God damn it, from your accidental freaking. I know it's a game,
Don't
obviously.
don't pay attention to don't pay attention to the accident. Just say what you were gonna say.
If I was to pretend you didn't say that, I'm still going with no. Because I would hate. I played a lot of God of War. I would
I'm
hate to
sorry,
hear they made a movie. Oh no.
but
Oh no.
they would actually be able to make a God of War movie live action because he is a human. But they
No,
never
I
have.
know. I know.
Never
I'm
have.
just saying. I mean, just saying. I would love to see a real life of it. But I was just saying, for previous time, it would have been bad. Nowadays, it would look really damn good if they did it, live action.
Yeah, it would look really
I
good.
thought back then for a second,
yeah.
so I was like, please don't tell me they did before.
I said God of
mean,
War. I didn't say this one.
Wasn't Netflix going to do a God of War movie at one point?
They were talking about it. It got ripped down really quick.
Yeah, because we know how Netflix is with their originals sometimes.
Yes. They like to
I
murder
will
things.
say though, they did a good job with the Punisher. Then again, I'm biased for liking the Punisher.
I like the Punisher. It was really good. But that's not what we're talking about. Okay, last one.
Okay,
Let's say for all the marbles.
Oh god.
alrighty.
Dead or alive?
Oh no!
Oh, oh no.
It's a game.
Okay.
It's a
okay.
game. I know the game
It is
very
a
well.
game. It is a game. And
I
well,
want to say no, but I have a feeling you're gonna say yes. And if you say yes, I just want to know why.
okay, okay. So I'm gonna be kind of the same with Mateo on that one. I know, okay, except for the fact that I know of Dead or Alive, and I've seen plenty of friends play it and everything, and I like to just sit there and watch people play it. Not one for it myself, but I'm gonna say they did make a movie.
Please don't tell me they did, because there's nothing to go with that.
And the winner is
Dead or alive? September 7th, 2006.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Mateo. I'm sorry.
$7.5 million.
no. Why?
$7.5 million. Okay. Here is a little bonus question. Since you both technically got it right. Were they over budget? Did they make their money back? Or did they lose money? At $7.5 million in the box office.
Honestly, I think they made their money just because they know how Dead or Alive is, and kind of what the gist of it is. I would say they made just a little bit money of what they spent. Oh, they made some money back.
Okay.
I'm gonna say they came in under budget.
And Brandon, you are a winner.
Fuck!
Their budget was $21 million.
Holy fucking shit. What?
$21 million. I have seen this movie. It was on Netflix for a short period of time. What the fuck?
Oh no.
They take Dead or Alive, and they take, let's just say the White Lotus tournament. And that's pretty much what they do.
Wow.
So I was able to do a little research, and I found out how much Postal put in their budget. And mind you, they only made $150,000 worldwide. You want to take a stab at what their budget was?
I want to say,
What was the year?
What was the year?
yeah, what was the year again?
2008.
They had to at
Whoa.
least put, I'm just throwing a number out there, at least maybe 5 mil. I just want to throw a random number that's outrageous because I know they had to spend a little too much and not make enough. at all coming close.
I am going to say they spent way more than what Mateo says because I think what he says is generous. I'm going to say they spent a, at least. I No, I'm gonna be kind of generous with mine too. I'm gonna say 20 mil.
Jesus, man, that's just going way up there. But let's hear it. I'm curious now.
Brandon is a lot closer.
What?
Oh god, I'm right.
They made $150,000 in box office. They spent $15 million.
No way. No fucking way, man.
Yep.
Wow.
And I don't even know what the game is, and I'm like, wow, what in the world? Maybe that's why I didn't see or hear of this movie.
They
Probably.
claimed it was a live action South Park.
Oh no.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, no, this
No.
was terrible.
Wait, Postal live action South Park.
That's
I think I actually heard of this.
yep.
Oh god, the horrors.
They released in Germany October 18th, 2007. They pulled in $79,000 from 48 screens.
Wow.
48 movies, they only made $80,000. 48 watches of the same movie, let's say Deadpool. They made a couple hundred million. In all honesty.
That's bad. Oh man.
I mean, I don't have high hopes at all for really any video game movie.
So the whole point behind all of that, the whole
Let's
point
hop back to Sonic for a second. How much were they estimating?
for who?
Sonic.
Oh, Sonic, they're estimating $90 million back, which is how much they put into it.
No way.
No.
There is
The only way that can
three
be
movies,
cool.
three movies that have come close to getting back what they've spent. That is live action. Two of them we talked about. World of Warcraft, which was absolutely amazing, and Rampage. Rampage made 4 times the amount of money they put into it.
Well, then again, they did have The Rock in it, so I mean that's something.
I mean, that's probably where most of their spending came from, was The Rock, in all honesty.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair here, I mean, The Rock could do a good serious role and a good comedy role, so wasn't a bad choice.
I mean, I'm just saying The Rock is a powerhouse when it comes to being in movies lately. Like,
So
he's in
you
a
want
lot of movies.
he's in every fucking movie. But so
Yeah.
going off of that, there's very few live action movies that have done well in the box office. They are doing this, which has been the most spit on movie, let's say.
Yeah.
And they're still planning on releasing it.
You would think when they've heard almost literally everybody say they don't want it, and you haven't put it out, and I get it. You
Or
guys spend a
looking
lot
at
of money,
history of the genre.
but they might as well wipe their hands clean and throw this thing in the trash because they're not making that money back.
They'll be making some money, but not nearly what they
They're
think.
not licking their wounds.
No,
Say
they'll be
that
licking their
about their
wounds. Those wounds are going to be deep. Their pockets are going to be hurting.
They're gonna be losing limbs.
They're going to be firing some people. Let's put it there. They're going to be firing some people. Some
They're gonna
decision
fire
makers.
The person that decided to buy the thing and bring it back from the grave, pretty much.
And Paramount Pictures has put out a lot of really good movies. So,
This is really gonna do a dent on their.
well, yeah, no, this is going to hit them
fan
hard.
base of their movies.
You know, I mean, if this thing tanks as badly as we all seem to think it's going to tank, they are really just burying themselves.
I'm sorry, if Sonic makes over $1 million, it's because of the fans and the die-hard fans going to see the movie. That's the only way I could see them making some sort of money, is a die-hard fan.
Yeah, I know. Me personally, I will not be watching it in theaters, but I will watch it after theaters.
I haven't decided
Just
yet
to
because,
see.
like I
Just
said,
to
I am
see.
a huge
So I
fan
can
of
get
Sonic the Hedgehog.
a better opinion.
So I'm undecided. I think it's going to do absolutely terrible. I do not know. But
I think what I will do if it comes out in the Grand Auditorium at my theater, I might go watch it. If
I wouldn't be
not, then I'm just gonna wait till
surprised
it
if
comes
it's
out.
sent straight to fucking DVD. Like, there's been a lot of movies that they knew was going to suck in the box office, so they just sent straight to DVD.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that
Yeah.
happened. But to end off the week, I have one last question for you guys. It's a huge controversial thing, so buckle up, people. How do you
Oh,
feel about Ryan Reynolds being Detective Pikachu?
That's,
I love
that's
it.
a good question to ask everybody. I personally, I love it, but I kind of hate it. And I'm mixed. I love Ryan Reynolds, the actor. Like, I love his stuff. He's funny.
I
But
I I hate the decision.
I
I'm
don't
going to be
entirely-
honest. I hate the
I
decision,
don't entirely like the decision either. Because,
but I understand why they're doing it. They're trying to add a comedy element to a very serious movie as a breaker. And honestly, with how the way the movie looks, this is going to be a 2-hour video. With how the way the movie looks, it's going to need that comedy relief. And honestly, Ryan Reynolds,
Oh,
if
yeah.
they're looking for a comedy relief, Ryan Reynolds is one of the absolute best people to cast. I mean, he
Yeah.
bags on himself. In Deadpool,
Oh,
he
yeah.
bagged on himself being the fucking Green Lantern. I mean, come on, man.
I know, he just.
Yeah.
He
just
da-
pretty much
he
threw it
bagged
out
on
the
himself
Green
with Wolverine Origins, where he was fucking Mutant X or whatever they called it. I don't even remember.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Mutant X or something like that.
But he bagged on himself with that. He can take all criticism, put it on himself, and still make it funny.
Yeah, and
He
that's-
is a
that's what's-
man-
That's what's amazing about the guy. Like,
He's a man you want to look up to because he knows how to keep his head high and keep moving forward. He knows how to take the next
he
step.
uses that criticism and makes it where it's like, yeah, okay, I've done that, or that's been done. Here's what I think about it.
And that's why we ask you guys for criticism, so we can build on ourselves, just like he does.
Yeah, so I mean,
So if you guys have watched the whole video, let's see. Let me have you type in Xdurance. Xdurance. If you have stayed for the whole video.
so go ahead and leave that in the comments for us, guys. That way we know you've seen it all. And if you guys have any anything you feel that we should cover again and dive more into, let us know. And anything we've missed. Also, I have something to ask.
Okay.
Now, this is something I, as the editor of our podcast, slipped in for you guys, that we will be having face cam coming soon. What do you guys think of that? Do you guys want us to have a face cam? Or do you guys like it this way? And then eventually we will have, visuals for you guys to see a lot more and whatnot. So let us know what you guys feel about that. If you guys...
I mean,
Honestly-
people like the interview with the face cam, so I don't know.
You guys let us know. Just put it in the comments for us, or discuss in Discord, whatever you guys want to do. Let us know, because the sooner we know, the better off we could plan on doing the face cams for you guys and having that be a thing from that point on. So if you guys could let us know about that, then we can plan on doing that from a certain point on.
Again, guys, our special guest, BDC Prot here. You have anything to add on the week?
Anything interesting you want to say before we close up?
I got nothing else. I got nothing else to say. I'm just to say, hope you all enjoyed the podcast here with these two. Always good to listen to them.
A lot of fun to have you.
Yep. We need to start doing
Well-
this more often with you and a couple
We need to
others.
get more viewers in. We're planning on doing that really soon. One last thing, I just remembered, I haven't mentioned this for a while. That giveaway will still be going on once we hit that subscriber goal. So once we hit it, you guys mention it, and then we'll be doing the giveaway. So
Yep. So once it hits 200, like we announced, is that correct?
yep, 200 subscribers. Once
So
we hit
once we
200
reach 200
subscribers,
subs,
we will be doing a giveaway.
and once that person is picked out by random,
Mm-hmm.
they will have a choice of multiple things. We haven't fully set up just yet entirely, but we have a list of stuff.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give you 3 options, and you could choose one of the 3.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great deal to me. I think we got loot box, we have beard
Yeah,
stuff,
I
we have
can
vaping.
say about the loot crate. That
Yeah.
could be one thing.
So we have a few ideas that we're still working on because we still got a little bit to go. But once we get there, we'll let you guys know what the 3 will be, and the winner gets to choose one of the 3.
Yep, and also if you guys, the one person that does receive it, if you guys want to be featured on the podcast, you can make a video and send it to us, and we can add you to the podcast of you receiving and enjoying your
Item, whatever you
item that
receive.
you get.
Once again, you guys, I'm Emil for the win,
And I'm MentionedRock.
and we'll see you in your next weekly respawn.